it'll mean them too, and of course their reward will be to experience everything that they've done to everybody else on the planet in the realm of hell that they've created for themselves, because hell is a manifestation of the mind, whatever the mind has been occupied with during the life and now cumulative lives, because it's all about the reincarnation, then that is the hell that these souls have created for themselves. And so at their death, they will go there and experience that. So it's...
and therefore, you see, that's not news, and see, that's what gets me, is that actually he's put, Brian's been, because he's been saying this for decades, that's what gets me, is that this word hasn't got out, that, it's more about this. It's much more about this now, I got to leave, but around, people have been around, people in circles, and nobody but work.
Well, that's right, because they have been in control, as we've been saying, and the protocols of Zion are very true, all 24 of them, and they're hundreds of years old, and they have been working diligently to follow all of the protocols. So as, the West say, well, the protocols aren't true, they're this, that, and they're arguing about it. In the meantime, they've been implementing them all along, and their protocol number 14, one very simple statement: we shall forbid Christ. And they've been able to do that because they control everything. You see, it's always been about him, about the Christ, about God, not about anything else. So they have had to control everything, all media, including the alternative media, to prevent the news, to forbid him. Now, forbid is totally different to denying. People are saying they are denying Christ. No, they are not denying Christ. They are forbidding him. They acknowledge that he exists, because you can't forbid something that does not exist. To deny something means you deny the existence of it. You don't believe it exists. But they know very well that he is here, and so they forbid him. They forbid what exists ahead of time, decades ahead of time, because they were watching for him. So as the world goes on, and and slowly the lights get turned on in the minds of people. I've been very distressed this week coming across a group called following a man by the name of Christian Walters. Now, the man is a Christian. He wears that Christian hat, and he has been working diligently for years, studying the system, if you like. Now, as you know, Brian, as the returned Christ, does everything in the open and exposes everything and publicly uploads everything for the greater knowledge of the public to become aware of. And what he's been fighting, what we've all been fighting, and why Kennedy was shot, is the repugnance of these governments and these people and these societies operating in secret or in private, if you like. Well, there's this group that is occupying, years of studying. They believe that they have the keys, if you like, and their Jesus is guiding them through all of the scriptures, and so they've been, believe that the one that is guiding them is leading them to the keys to unlock the treasury behind everybody's birth certificate, as Yahweh's exposed, and all this kind of thing, and that as they do it, they'll be able to reveal it all to the people, and so free the people, kind of thing. Well, what unlocks the treasury is God Almighty. God Almighty comes to the earth, and he does not, first of all, implement a system where it's exclusive of the general public and includes only those who have the mind to seek it out. He doesn't do anything. And so these people, these Christians, are trapped in this very deep rabbit hole, wasted their lives studying this, and when confronted with the man himself, who is the judge. They're operating in this realm of equity courts versus the public court and all of this. So when confronted with the man himself, who is the judge, and the whole earth is his courtroom, they are so consumed with their rabbit hole that they don't want to know him. As a matter of fact, they have locked him out. They have locked him out of their private little world that is, in his mind, is no better than the shadow governments and all the secret societies that have been. But their excuse is, but we have to prove it and do it for ourselves and then pass the knowledge on. Well, what I have been trying to get across to the world for the last 4 years since I found him is that once he is recognised as who he is by all the peoples of the world who are waiting for his return, then it's a game over. The house of cards falls down. It is total victory. The game is up. But the whore has to get off the throne because now billions of people are on the planet who are aware of the presence of the return to Christ, which is what billions of people have been waiting for decades. Except that they've been primed into believing he's going to be riding the big white horsey and be the ghost.
Died of old age.
And so they've died of old age waiting for him when he's been here all along saying, hello, just as I came before as a man, here I am again, and this is what it's all about. So I've been perturbed in that. It feels like the final exposure of these idiotic and really stupid people wearing just another hat, calling themselves Christian. You know, they're demons with another hat on them called Christian. And it's really, it's unsettled me this week. I can't believe it because they're so, you know the words we use, fucked in the head. And they they cannot see the forest for the trees because it's all over once the world recognises him. It's not about him having to go through a process that was all put together by man anyway, and him having to walk into a man's court and saying, well, he's Almighty God, for God's sake. He doesn't go into any man's court because every man's court is of the devil, whether you call it public or private. So it's just like the churches, where they lock him out, they won't let him in, and now this group who seems to be the ultimate rabbit hole and totally devoured. So in the meantime, yes, it is. We are getting there as things are stirring, things are happening. People are marching. They're not putting up with it. They're becoming more and more aware of these things. And of course, that's what he set out to do all along. The one-man band, if you like. As soon as computers were made available, then he's been onto it to reveal it all. And it's the seed. He's the seed sower.
Yeah, the deal is you choose the weapons. They chose computers.
Yeah, well, yes, that's what Yahweh's saying, that, Lucifer chose the weapons. Well, they chose technology and the computer. And so he comes along and uses, really, their weapon against them by getting the information out there. And
that's the white horse.
Yeah, he's just saying that's the white horse. He's right.
It's power.
Well,
you control man's thought, you've got the power.
Yes.
That's the whole point. The idea is to get attention, tell everyone to get fucked. Everyone's abusive. I predict things that don't happen. They say I'm a fourth Messiah and they're raving on about it. But the main people in the game who are totally bought, like Alec Jones, won't talk about it.
Mm.
I talk about another guy down the street here. Who the fuck he is? This Miller character. I've never heard of him. But he's in Wiki as one of the people nominated as being the Antichrist, or claiming to be the Messiah.
Claiming to be the Christ, yeah.
Well, I'm not in it.
No, well, honey, you lasted 45 minutes. That was the count.
I was on there, wasn't
it? Yeah, somebody got you there, but you only lasted 45 minutes before you were removed again. That was about it. Well, we've got where it got you up there, and then later they go back and it's gone. Yeah,
we've got that, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'd like to see it.
It's happened multiple times.
It's happened multiple times.
Oh, well, you have to show me one. I'd love to see it.
Well, you know, we've tried every which way, but and so all of us that around the world have been doing their utmost. But it really, Eddie, you know, it's all, the angels have everything in hand, they really do. So as things will heat up, certainly there is going to be a major event where every knee will bend. And the ones that know what it's all about, you know, no worries.
Well, there's three planets over Australia now, extra. Through bright lights.
I don't know if you got to see that upload that somebody from a flight into Melbourne last Sunday was able to capture a great shot of the Nibiru system beside the sun. And he got it up there onto the YouTube. Well, we no sooner saw it, and then we phoned Dad up, who was on holidays up here, and told him when he's flying back into Melbourne to make sure he's got his camera and keep his eyes open to see what he can get of the system beside the sun. He did say, well, I'm flying in at night time, so okay, we'll take your camera anyway. But yeah, within as soon as that went up, no, we haven't had chemtrailing in this area for a very long time. The planes were out chemtrailing, masses and masses. So we've had rain for the last 3 days because they've been chemtrailing to cover up what is out there. And, you know, there's a huge surprise coming for the whole world where every knee ends up bending. That's what it has come to.
24,800,000.
And, you know, all could have been avoided had people simply understood how deceived they've been humble enough, got off their own, climbed out of their own rabbit holes and said, oh, the Christ is already here. End of story. No, Elizabeth, get off the throne, hand it over. But no, it has to come to this. However, at the same time, you know, it's all part of the script, if you like. It's the way that these are the things that he did forewarn as Jesus. These things would happen, largely not because he was going to cause them, but because he knew that the tools, the technology would be in the hand of the enemy, and it would be causing, you know, the last natural tidal wave occurred in 1883. Every other one since that time has been because the HARP technology has been in the hands of evil men, usually out of the USA. So, you know, this is, it's exciting for those who understand what's going on, and exciting and distressing at the same time because everybody has people around them that they are concerned about, and frankly they're not going to make it. That's what it boils down to. So, you know, but it has to be. It's the courtroom. He's the judge. It's the courtroom, and it is about justice and equity. That he has to make a judgment, literally, for all history that has, you know, where the righteous and the meek have died at the hands of evil. So he is judging for all history because the end of times is about the end of the reincarnating of the soul. Everybody's had enough chances to get it right. So you've got those who have got it right back here, but you've also got those who refuse to get it right, and they're back here for the execution of their sentence, which is to be rid of them, get them off the earth. So you know, that's where we're at. I mean, even myself, comprehending that we are alive at this time on the earth, and we're actually the ones at the forefront of it all. Oh my God! It's
Jesus had to make everyone's faith something that's common man is what it is. But usually how long is a reincarnation usually ends up having to be?
well, I mean, a reincarnation is. I mean, sometimes it can be immediate. In like you have the incubation period of up to 9 months. Sherry is a classic example of that. As Marilyn, she is reincarnated Marilyn, and she came back 9 months later, literally. So it was very fast then. For example, Yahweh and myself, we've been here once before. He was Jesus, I was Martha. So, we're held back. But in the realm of no time, it's literally like going from one moment to the next, because there is no time. But in time that's played out on the earth, it was 1910 years before he was back inside his mother's womb this time, which was, again, the conception date, which was the anniversary of the resurrection. So if you like, in the realm of no time, the resurrection happened, and then he was straight away in the womb again. So that's the way it works. It's just because we're on the earth, we're playing out this time lag. I always call it a time lag. So his victory that occurred at the cross that everybody's familiar with in the spiritual realm, because the spiritual realm is the DVD that has already played out in the heavenly realm of no time. So we come back to the earth where time ticks down, and now we have to play it out by living our lives moment to moment and getting through every day and every hour, every week, every year, until we get to those points that are revealed to us through Yahweh's astronomy programs and the tools that he has used, which is the concordance and the measuring of the earth. See, that reveals to him where we are in the DVD that's playing out in the heavenly realm. So that's why it's all talking to him. The stars are all about him and talking to him alone, not to the rest of the world. And you've got, of course, the Luciferian cults who have they've hijacked Venus, they've hijacked the planets, they've hijacked the stars, and they concoct all of their evil imaginations and overtaken what is only about the Almighty God. His witness is the stars of the heavens. So they have to hijack everything and counterfeit it all and get the world so focused on what they are doing and their symbolism and this satanic dates and all this kind of thing, when the reality is only for us, and we have to be the one to work on our life and then reveal it all to man to be confused by all these things. So that's why, as you notice with Brian over the years, nothing has changed with him. He's all very steady, he's all very logical, and told everybody the way it is from the beginning, and the prophecies that he has rejected. So, he doesn't lose anything by telling somebody straight out, you're stupid or you're backward, and you don't get it. So, disappear, because it is for the mind that understands it and the one to comprehend the battle and what has had to be done, because the south side of the galaxy has been the realm of chaos. It's been compounded because evil men have been able to get away with their evil sins because, mankind has been put to sleep. Distractions and amusements and entertainments and they've been able to poison the skies. They've been able to put poisons in the food. Where have the people, the good people, they've been there somewhere along the line to stand and say, hey, no way, you can't do that. I mean, Prince Charles was the one in the early 70s that decided soy and bromine should be put in bread. And of course that causes sterility, all of these things. So it's been a battle, and this is what the Revelation talks about. It talks about the beast battling, warring against the Lamb and his angels. And so the Lamb, of course, compared to the beast, is small. The beast is huge and rotten and scary, but the Lamb and his angels, they're the few. However, he gets the victory. Yeah. So that's what we're rolling down towards the victory. As a matter of fact, talking to Adam yesterday, who was in Amsterdam, he's very sensitive to what's happening, as these boys are. They have prophetic dreams, and he has been having dream after dream after dream, and Claudia as well, the two of them, where it is, we've got to the victory. He said it's always the last scene of victory playing out. And he said it's this wonderful, marvelous feeling and this freedom and this joy. And he said it's just indescribable. And it has been recurring night after night. And he has been in Amsterdam there, and I, living with the devil himself. He's been putting up with such gross darkness, but he's been evicting it at the same time. So when he told us of his dreams last night, he knows something huge is going down in his dreams, that he's learning just how close we all are to the victory. And, so our channels get shut down, everything we do gets intercepted. It's not just YouTube channels, it's literally everything that we do through communications and anything. Nothing smooth or easy. We've got obstacles we have to face every day. At the same time, the angels have been sure to let us know that they're around, they're in control. And I actually had a $50 note manifest itself in my wallet 3 days ago. It wasn't there, and then it was.
That trick cost me $50.
Yeah, and Adam said Claudia in Amsterdam, because they were broke, and she found a €20 note, which was just what she needed to buy a suitcase that they both needed. So. Strange thing. Actually, talking about communication, my mobile phone also manifested itself. I deliberately leave it up here in the apartment, actually wrapped up in foil, and forget about it, don't take it anywhere with me. And when Brian and I got down into the car, there it was, upside down in the console between us, where I normally put the coffee cup. I just looked at him because I'd got a message up here in the apartment just before we left. And so I looked at the message and great, leave the phone behind, not taking you. And there it was in the car by the time we got down there. And anyway, things like that have been happening a lot. And I know for people around the world too, things like that have been happening. So you can take that as angelic. The angels are letting us know they're in control, and you can tell by what's happening around the earth that everything's being stirred up. We're all heading for the good. Okay. Oh, well, no, we're talking about the transition of Venus. That's happening on Tuesday. Now, Wednesday here. Tuesday over there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
No, Wednesday. No, same for you. Oh, it's all right. Wednesday. Now, we have announced a couple of times the marriage of the Lamb, if you like, and each time we get to it, we say, well, we'll give them more time and delay. So it's not happening this month. The transition is, that's all prophetic, that's awesome. But we've actually said, well, how about we have it on the date that everybody's being primed for, which is the 21st of December this year. So we'll make an announcement and say, everybody buy their lotto tickets, whatever. All right, Eddie. Okay, lovely. No problem at all. All the best to you and the family. And we'll send you through Joel our channel. But just keep going to his and downloading and uploading to your own channel. Okay. Thank you, Eddie. Bye-bye. Say goodbye.
See you, Eddie.
See you, Eddie.
Okay. I feel better now.
Have you talked to him before?
Did he call one of it? No.
How did you
We
get
made
the phone
a
number?
perhaps from Andrew.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe
Yeah.
it's one of Andrew's friends or something.
Yeah. Is it?
Lenny.
Oh, yeah.
Might pop up to that shop then to get an idea of
You bet.
prices.
Yeah, take the car.
Yeah, cool. I've got some off eBay, so I'll
Okay.
take a pen. And we'll chat later.
See you in a bit.
Have
Do you want us
fun.
to get anything more else?
Oh. Should be right for me. You got me bending.
Alright.
Then I never do. Shall I go home?
Alright, we'll see you soon.